YouTube? We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by the Brother Bear, the Highwayman, the Kaiju King, TJ.
Do you know? Never mind. This is an off-camera type of conversation.
There's gonna be a lot of bleeping. No.
No, hour 10. No bleeping. It's okay. It's okay. This one maybe too much bleeping. All right.
But these are some matches that we filmed on cam. This may be a little bit more of a regular occurrence over the next week or so, so just bear with us. You know, we've got the Highlander events that are going on at stores still, and like we said before in the previous video, meta is sort of at a plateau, so we're going to try to get some more interesting games on cam for you guys. Today features myself on the left playing Angels, and TJ on the right playing Purple Hybrid. Two decks that I think are pretty strong contenders going into the end of the season. So we figured this would be a good matchup to have on the cam for you guys to enjoy. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Check out our socials, which will be linked in the video description, along with instructions or information on how to become a member, if that's what you're interested in doing. TJ's done a great job at kind of piloting a lot of the efforts with like Deck Check, which is on a little bit of a break, but was a fun series, member exclusive deck profiles, and more in store. So we're excited to crank out some stuff for you. So if you're interested, please do consider checking that out. But without further ado, let's hop right into the round.
Oh, my camera was being crazy. There we go. Let's fix itself. That's better. I need to get a better camera. I need to invest in it.
I need to get a better layout. But for those of you who are like, Ben, your hand's on the screen, I figured this would just be easier for you guys to see angle-wise. I usually will play with my like regular webcam. But to reduce the glare, I figured this was a little bit easier, so I apologize.
No, you do good things. So I start with an Uko in the back. You go Sala, get a TK on the board, and just start kind of grabbing some fire security. You grab a Ruin Mode out of that beautiful alt art of that guy. I push up, start trying to do some hybrid things. My reveals are okay. I grab one of the BT7 Koichi, bottom deck the rest, hatch real quick. Go ahead, do a chip. Big guy. Drop the Koichi, draw one, trash one, and then just drop a BT 18 Koichi as well. So just trying to get my tamer set up. My hand was a little kind of weird. I didn't really have any of the rookies. I didn't have any of like my Duskbronze or my Lowies. I just had all Kaiser Leos and Velgers. So I had all like the step 2s of the swinging process. None of the step 1s.
Yeah.
You hit me with Old Faithful.
Yeah, Old Faithful turn 2 Domini, which is pretty good from my end. We are debating what to play out here because I think looking into security, it's sort of like, you can probably see there's 2 Magna Anges, a Sala, there's a Cherubi Ace as well. And the decision here is to just go into Magna Ange, play it out. There's nothing to DP neg. I mean, in theory, we could proc Magna Ange's effect, but I was like, look, there's no point in me going into Cherubi Ace right now. You just leave it out on board. It is an ace threat that you'd have to play around, so I figured, just call it a day.
Yeah. And the hard thing for Purple Hybrid is I don't really have a way to play around it because I have to swing, and I have to live my attack in order to get anything to resolve. So this matchup's a bit it's tough for Purple Hybrid because I mean you're a deck that's just waiting for me to swing, and my deck just wants to try and swing. And while I have a lot of ability to kind of clear low end. Being able to ace and just DP reduce me, it just kind of stops me from doing everything, especially with like Shadow Seraphi Ace now with DDG Evolve, because then I just don't get any of my on deletions or anything like that. So that's pretty tough.
And like you said too, just not seeing Duskmon is also a little bit tough.
Yeah, no Dusk. I do go ahead and swing with the Lowy. I go ahead and Evo into the
Jet Selfie.
Jet Selfie. My brain forgot the name of it. Which I can Evo for a cost of 1, thanks to Jet Selfie's effect when I have a tamer in my sources. So I just swing, do a chip at 7, live, and I go ahead and recover 1 as well. I was just like, you know what? I might as well just try and set up for the long game stretch, buffer my security, because I know you're gonna be able to chip me a lot if you want to. And I don't really have that many big bodies in my deck, so it can be kind of monka.
And I mean, it's not a bad game plan either, right? I mean, Domini is a very powerful effect, but if you can chip down security early enough or chip it down where you know, I don't have as many barrier opportunities. That definitely shuts the deck down. And compared to like your traditional yellow decks, I don't believe Angels runs like a ton of like recovery options. There's options to trash and recover, but there's not a lot of like net gain. I mean, this card is definitely one that helps me gain a security.
I feel like you tend to hover around 3. I mean,
Yeah,
unless you're running
yeah.
like the Seraph package, but I feel like you normally hover around 3 to 4 security thanks to Angel Ace. She's kind of like a key piece for keeping you alive.
But we do go into the Seraph, like we said. We recover 1, pop the body by minus 7k. And you go ahead, push out a Ghazi.
Yeah. Checking my trash right now to see what's in there. I do have to go ahead and just Evo for 3 into a Rehemon here. There's no Tamer to play out from trash. So just big 8k guy. At the moment I'm like, you have a blocker, but there's no like ace threat, and I have retail, so like either you're gonna burn a security when you block me, or I just get the chip anyways. Because I'm assuming you don't want to like lose the body.
Right. So you go ahead and swing. And here I think we're just debating some sequencing here.
We were talking during this time, and you were deciding what you wanted to do because you were thinking about blocking, and then I clarified that retail.
Right.
You were deciding if you wanted to burn the security off that, just let the chip go through. Which you let the chip go through. I hit an Angramon.
Because I think what you said,
it's better to keep the blocker
what you said makes sense, right? Because like if I die via retail, I have to like pitch security anyways. You might as well just keep both bodies live just in case.
Yeah, keep the blockers good to go. There's no reason to burn the security off of that. And you know, on the off chance, like, because you have to trash security to keep them alive, right? So like, on the off chance I hit like a Tamer or something like that out of there, that's more beneficial for you. Just let me chip it, I think. I just have another Koichi because my hand is still gummed up, and I'm not seeing Jack Ray. I'm not seeing anything else. It was tough. It was a tough hand. I was doing my best to finagle my way through it, but it was not doing me any favors.
Yeah. And I mean, I think here too, I am also afraid of the ace threat just because the Digivolve on my Dimini would be rough.
Yeah.
So I'm not as aggressive here. We go Andromon Ace for 4. We pitch bottom to minus 6. I believe I'm going to do it on the Rehe. And then we can, since something was added to security stacks, Seraphi will minus 7 just to clear the stack out.
I use my low inheritable to go and spit out the Koichi. Trickles over to me. I pitch a Velgar to gain a memory, and I'm just trying to debate what I want to do here. I think I finally drew a Duskmon at this point. I don't remember. We'll see in a second, I suppose. But I left the for people wondering why I left the Ghazi there. I left it there just because I saw the Pada in the back, or I figured a Padamon would be coming. I should say rather. I just wanted to make sure like I had something on board, which I know it can be cleared very easily, but I just want to try and like, you know, he's gonna go 3 memory regardless. Anyways, I might as well just try not to pass over too much more memory at this point.
Sure.
I use Koichi to go ahead and pitch a Rehe as well, just gain extra memory, go to 3. And this one, I'm just trying to consider my options. I don't really have great things I can do still. I did go into the Dusk. I changed the Angelmon. I think I made it purple, but it doesn't matter because all of the like Truby Ace can go over a 3 Great Angels card, which I figured you had.
Does it go over anything with the 3 Great Angels? I thought it had to be still green and yellow.
Cherubi? No, I think it just evils over, an Archangel. Am I crazy?
Okay.
Am I crazy?
I might be crazy. It's been a while since I played.
No, you're right. Never mind. It can't. So actually, I did stop it. So there's no Truby Ace play here. Oh, I'm stupid. I guess that was fine. I mean, regardless, I guess it's good to know, but it doesn't super matter because we'll still mill cards.
Yeah, we mill 2 each. And then I'm debating this play here, which I think I'm...
Well, yeah. You do... we clarify here, I clarify for you that you don't block first, you Evo first, because AC timing is before blocking.
AC Evo into Shadow Seraph, and then we Digivolve 3.
Which that I was not thinking about. I forgot that Shadow Seraph I just forgot about him going over Seraph because I'm stupid. I also haven't played against Angels in
a minute.
Last time Ante was at the shop when I was there, I think. It's been a while.
It's also been a while for me too. I won't claim to be the best Angels player by any means, so I'm definitely sequencing things a little bit off, but It's definitely a strong deck. There's a lot of tools that you can do with it. There's a reason why I think it's like snuck up to be like a dark horse in any competitive event now. Particularly with how much blue, particularly Mirage, is running around. Angels is a very good. I wouldn't call it like a counter pick, but it does, it does combat it pretty well.
I would say it's counter pick. It's absolutely a counter pick. I mean, the thing is, the second Domini's on the board, you just can't answer it.
Yeah. I agree.
Because you swing, as long as they have an AC vote like ready to go, they're probably gonna stop you from doing anything. If you don't do anything, then they're just gonna accrue a board size that you can't answer. It's a losing battle. I don't know. I think that they're like realistically your best like win con is them decking out, and you just trying to manipulate memory and keep them from being able to swing with things like Hexablow, which even then they can clear, but you can try and stall.
That is my game plan against Angels. Has not been it's either if I can beat them like quick and just like clear them out with like an early Mirage, great. But if I can't, then my game plan is to just hex and then have a scramble ready to just pick up another hex and just keep hexing until they hopefully deck out.
Like realistically, like the deck that probably has the best matchup against Angels right now is unironically like
Red Hybrid?
Like Dexter Agora? Red Hybrid as well. But the problem is the Dexter Agora currently loses to everything else in the meta. It's just struggles with so many other things in the meta right now because there's just so many other answers. I mean, Hexablow in general is such a huge problem for them.
Right.
With all the source strip stuff. So it's just hard. And Angels kind of just gets to kind of run rampant a little bit. So right now I'm just kind of wideboard and just trying to set up ace threats because I know that you're just going to wideboard as well. And I'm like, either he swings and does something or he clears my board and I gain memory or I play Tamers out.
Yeah,
you're not here, but that was my game plan against you. Was just like I just need to set up like ace threats right now because I can't do much else.
Yeah,
but I can't risk swinging because there's 2 different ace threats there.
Yeah. We do go into the Magna Ange here. Magna Ange effect will let me go into something, which there is, unfortunately. It looks like there's nothing to go into. There's a Gato. Oh no, yeah, there should be a Shadow Seraph.
I was gonna say, Shadow Seraph Ace is right on top there. So
Shadow Seraph, yeah. Gato and then something else. But we do go into the Shadow Seraph. Then we finish up Magna Ange's effect to slide something in. And then Angelwoman's effect should proc since something was removed to recover 1, if I'm not mistaken.
We're getting there. You're just clarifying it right now.
I will say, I think if Mirage weren't still around or they banned it, which we know it's not going to happen at this point, I probably would have swapped to Angels by now. As like the deck I would main for the competitive season, because I do have fun with it, as complicated as it can be and how my monkey brain can sometimes mess it up. I do have fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good deck. It's very, very good. It's very strong right now, and there's like a lot of the top contenders in the format. Kind of just shut them out. Like some decks can get around it. Like its biggest weaknesses are Digivolve, I think, more than anything else. Because if you can just Digivolve the mini and then find a way to clear board after that, you can do a lot of work. It's just hard to have enough memory to do that sometimes, but that's your best bet. Otherwise, like Red Hybrid just wins faster than you usually, so that's like the other like best like call against you. Because there's not much that's like really sticky on the board. Otherwise, I mean, like I guess like funny enough, machines probably decent in this matchup because they can't be DP reduced, so they don't really care about what you do. I mean, the Digivolve definitely can hurt, but you gotta have to hard evo that, and that's assuming they don't clear you before you do things, which machine is very good at doing.
In the Ulti Cup the previous weekend, there was Deep Brigade running amok.
Yeah, I mean, it's wide boards has decent protections. Death-X is kind of taking a backseat in the game right now. He's not really doing too much. So as we've been yapping, I went into Shadow Seraph VA, so just hard evokes. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna try and generate. I have a bit of a turn that I can do here now. Yeah. So I Digivolve one of your Shadow Seraph VAs. I go into a Lowy over the Kaiser for free, just to get some extra draw and cycle. Because I'm still trying to find Jack Raids and Duskmons, and I'm just not seeing them, really. but I'm doing what I can.
Yeah.
And the problem at this point is that most of my hybrids are already in the trash because they've either come out of security or they've died to just me just having them on board and not being able to push aggression when they were there. And right now I'm just debating if I want to swing or not. I do go ahead, opt to swing, because I sort of ran out of gas. I think I was trying to find something. I go into the Kaiser Leo.
Yeah.
On Eva, I'm able to pop the Patamon. Attempt to swing for a check.
We Cherubi here, which will let me play out a lower level, playing out a Luxmon.
Yeah.
Resolving effects.
If I had seen Duskmon here, I actually could have had a lot of stuff I could have done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Realizing now, because I actually could have probably, I wouldn't be able to clear board, but I'd be able to clear all the lower level guys. And then, oh man, yeah, tough. Oh well.
Yeah, and then we're just resolving effects. We go Lux's effect, which actually can pick up 2 targets here. It's like, I believe it's the 3 Great Angels and like a Seraph or something. It's like, I could have the 2 targets there. Pretty neat. And then the check was a Emissary.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Which just brings the Patamon right back out, which is pretty tough for me. And yeah, Luxmon can reveal top 3, adds 1 card with Angel, Archangel trait, and 1 card with 3 Great Angels trait among to the hand.
Now, I think there may be a slight misplay with the Pata giving me memory. We'll see if we catch it. Because
we made sure not to gain memory here. You say that you don't gain it. You just gain a memory off the TK.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. And here, I think I felt a little bit more comfortable swinging for the fences. I still have to play around removal options. So we do play it a little bit more cautious to start, just to get it like set up.
You start going up your line, which admittedly you didn't have to worry about removal options either because they were all in my hand.
Yeah.
It was tough. My removal options are very rarely, usually never in security. They're almost always in my hand for whatever reason. It must be the shuffle diff.
Alliance with Cherubi. There's a Dusk and a Ghazi. Go ahead, swing Lux. Go ahead, swing Sala. Sala dies. Go ahead, swing with that Pata since it did get played out previously, and then we go ahead, swing with Domini, or yeah, 1 Domini and then the other. And we go on to game 2. I think Angels is one of those decks too where sometimes like I'm struggling to find that balance too, because like you've pointed out before and we've talked about it, like I tend to play a little bit almost like too cautious sometimes when I play yellow, and I wait like too long. I also do feel like with this particular thing, like you don't want to ace too early and you don't want to like swing too early either, because that could also bite you in the butt.
In this matchup, you played it fine. I think it's okay to play Stolly in this matchup because as long as you just keep threatening aces, I can't really play the game, especially when I don't even mid-roll. Like, I wasn't seeing Duskmons. I couldn't prevent ace evos. I wasn't seeing. I was bricked. I was very much bricked up, and not in the fun way. Like I guess I wasn't bricked. I should say. Like I was seeing. I was seeing all my ladder combo pieces. I was seeing the beginning and the ladder. I was missing the bridge. I was missing my actual lowies and Duskmons half the time to actually start doing things. And by the time I saw them, it was already too late. Which is just kind of how it goes. Sometimes it's just this is the way the cookie crumbles.
I mean, you're still doing a really good job at putting out the ace threat there and doing the best with what you could. It was just tough, like you said.
Yeah.
Not seeing like your core engine.
It's hard to play the game when you don't see your cards. You're just playing. I was basically just playing just deck shuffle simulator. I was just going through cards and just looking at different things.
I mean, this is a better start for you. You've got a Koichi and a Velgar. Oh, okay.
it's the same start. My hand was a bit better this time around. I had other things I could do on ladder turns. Like I think I had a rookie at hand. And I think I might have had Duskmon. I can't remember exactly. But still not great. I mean, the only thing that's, yeah, I did have Rookie. Yes, I had the Ghazi. I swing Ukuk, so I'm like, okay, I can get some early chip. You did turn 2 Seraphi, which is, you know, hard. It's hard for me to deal with. I am able to go into a Duskmon here for 2. On Evo, I just make the Seraphi, you know, whatever color. It doesn't super matter because if you have Shadow Seraphi, you ignore color anyways. But I go into a Velgar. I'm just praying you don't have it. We both mill top card of our deck. So I'm 9k, 1 check. You do Shadow Seraphi Ace here. You opt to devolve the full 3, so it just goes back down to a Koichi, who, you know, is no longer Digimon, so it just goes blip. And then I just hard drop a max. I'm like, well, that's about it. That's all I can do.
Yeah. So we did just go ahead and slam the Magna Ange down since we know that we've got a Dimini in there. And I figured at this point, yes, I'll give out a lot of memory, but I figured at this point, I'd rather just establish a Dimini as quickly as possible. And we go ahead and play out an Andromon Ace off of all of that, which I think is a pretty solid like combo with the Andromon. Yeah. And I knew that the stack was a little bit like gummed up with like stuff I didn't want to see in there. I gambled and trashed just to cycle security, and then we trashed an Andromon Ace.
Yep, so you get a pretty scary board setup. You pass over a lot of memory, but you get a pretty good board setup.
Mm-hmm.
I just do a little bit of cycling, get some memory. I'm sitting at 7, which is good. But again, you have another Ace threat out there. I don't really have, like, my trash is not set up for me to like do crazy Jacker shenanigans. I don't have many tamers on board to work with either. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to play this.
It looks like you're gonna go Koichi into a Dusk.
Yeah, I do opt to go ahead and just try and do some silly things here. So I go into Dusk. I think I changed the color of. I think I changed the color of Dimini, like an idiot. I should have done the Angelmon because my brain was still of the mind of the Trivias can just go over Angelmon anyways because my brain was like, yeah, I can go over Archangels, whatever, yada yada. That's not the case, obviously. I'm just stupid and forget how cards work because I haven't played Trivias in a minute. But yeah, so I'm just checking my trash to see how many cards there are. I'm doing some quick head maths. I apologize for me constantly shuffling my hands like a little silly guy. I go into a Rihimon. Yeah, play out the Koichi. Go into a Creepymon here. Part of me thinks I maybe almost should have waited one more turn, but I was like, you know what? I'm probably not going to have this much memory again, and I need enough memory to do all this in one turn. The next turn, I'm looking at potentially a lot of damage coming out. So I was like, you know, I'm just doing it now. So I go into Creepy. I mill top 6 of my deck because I mill 2 for each of your Digimon. If I mill 4 or more, I'm able to go ahead and play a level 5 or lower purple Digimon from my trash without paying the cost. So I play out the Velgar. Velgar on play triggers, which will then go ahead and mill cards for each different color Digimon we have on board, which there's 3 different colors, so we both mill top 3. I unfortunately did not mill Deathslinger, which is what I was looking for to try and keep turn. So I do put you to 1. Which, I mean, is, you know, it's about as good as it can get, I guess, if I'm not going to see my Deathslinger to keep turn and do more shenanigans.
We gain 1 memory off of the Pata since we go into a Gato here, and I figured at this point, you know, I wasn't going to do too much in terms of aggression. I figured we'd just do some more setup, so another card that I figured just to get on board that could be kind of annoying, particularly with like the Dimini Andromon combo and all that like barrier shenanigans stuff, is Gato, because all turns if something's removed from my security stack, I gain a memory. Granted, there's no Ghazi out yet, so I figured that could just be like an annoying tax I force you to play around.
Yeah.
And we pass it over.
So I am and I'm gobsmacked that my Creepy made it through a turn. So I'm trying to figure out what to do here. I do go ahead, I pitch a card, suspend the mat to gain a memory. So I'm just like, you know what, there's no real reason for me to keep the mat unsuspended. I'm not gonna be able to get the extra swing with him 9 times out of 10. At least not enough that would help me realistically. So at the moment I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. I know I can mill out some more stuff from your deck with creepy.
Double jack.
I just go ahead, I jack right here. I just shoot up more memory here. I go into the rehe. Part of me almost wishes I would have had a second creepy mon. Second creepy mon actually might have
That'd
made
be wild.
Maybe I should just run 2 creepy. Take out the Valkyrie Ace and just run 2 creepy. Be a silly guy. Be a silly little goose.
Speaking of Valkyrie.
Although I do use it does actually help me here. So I go ahead, I do Valkyrie Ace here. I minus 5k to your board. Pop both the Gatomon. They can't be saved by the big guy.
And it is a blanket minus 5k reduction, right? So I think the mini couldn't
Yeah.
even save it if it wanted to.
No. So right now I'm debating how I want to do this. The minus 5k reduction is nice. I'm expecting an ace play to happen, but I go ahead, I swing with the creepy mon, so I have to minus 4k on the Andromon ace just to make sure the ace play does not happen.
Yeah.
I'm able to mill top 3 cards of your deck for every 10 cards in my trash, which I think we just milled 3 there because I only had like 17 or cards in my trash at that point or something like that. Minus 4k when attacking thanks to the Rehemon inheritable, so I'm able to pop the Angel Mon Ace, gain some memory. Does the check at 14, big guy, living.
We will clarify here in a second. Because I thought you would pop an 8, like you minus 8k, but it's pop an 8k or lower, so I can just protect with the Dimini, which is what we end up opting to do.
So I was just like, I'll just try to get the extra chips. And something is deleted, I go ahead and gain sec +1, so I attempt to swing 2 checks with Valkyrie Ace, which he is unfortunately only 12, and I hit a True Ace right out the gate, and so it dies.
Wait.
Which is tough. Because I have nothing boosting it, no protections. I minus 4k on something, which doesn't matter. It's only for the turn, so.
Hey. But I mean,
so that's how it goes.
Bad luck aside, I mean, that was one hell of a turn. You cleared my board, put me in a spot where like I honestly, you had me dead to rights if it weren't for the Cherubi Ace. I'd assumed you'd have a hybrid that you could just easily evo off of.
Yeah, which you would hope, but pretty difficult when I have milled up most of my deck at this point, so I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing them. I did have a Dusk at least. So I'm at this point I'm just like, you know what? I'm low on deck. I'm gonna mill myself out, so I'm gonna just try and mill you out. I don't know if the math's gonna math, but we're gonna give it a go. Yeah. Funny enough, I think actually if I hadn't suspended the mat this turn, it actually might have made a difference. But then I would have been 1 memory short, so it's, you know, I wouldn't have been able to go as far as I did. Potentially. I did mill the Deathslinger off of this, so it actually might have made a difference. We'll see. But I swing. We mill the top cards of our decks. You go ahead and block with your board here. You use the Dimini effect to minus, or the Shadow Starfy effect to minus 5k. I play out the Koichi. And I die in the battle. And I think you minus 5 on the creepy off of that. I'm just counting trash right now.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was creepy or was it Gazi. Remember, I think it was Gazi? No, it probably was creepy then.
Still there,
it's creepy.
So right now I'm just deciding how I want to do things. Go ahead, I swing the Gazi, just try and get a chip.
And here we're debating if I want to block. And my thought process here was like, well, I'd rather just keep the big body up on board too to prevent like a potential Velgar swing that could be coming into play next turn. Even if Shadow Seraph does die, it would get recovered. Like I'm hoping Shadow Seraph dies, essentially, is what I'm thinking, because Angemon just recovers me. And that's what we see here. We go into the Velgar for 1. We go ahead, swing. We do the milling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So it should be
the rest of my deck.
Big 15k guy.
Yep. You do opt to block here. Which I'm not 50k. I only milled 2 off of my deck, so I'm only 12. Yeah. That's why.
So it's 5 plus 2. So it'd be 7. Or
no, it's 3 plus
3 plus 4 plus 2. Wait, what?
I was 13, so I should have lived.
You were 13, right? So it's 4 plus 2.
If I milled 4 off of you and 2 off of me, that's 6, not 5.
There's 1, 2.
Yeah. Did I mill 3 or 4? I think I milled 4, right?
I definitely milled 4.
I did the mini Stratus Trap. Yeah, it was 4, and I milled 2.
4 plus 2. Yeah, you would have lived.
I think.
You had that.
I milled one, not two. I milled one. Because I had to draw one and I had one card left in deck.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was 5. So we meet. It doesn't matter. I mean, either way, the same thing happens where you recover one. I just lose my stack, which it wouldn't have helped me anyways. It's at this point that, yeah, if I hadn't suspended the mat, I think I have a Duskmon in hand that I added earlier. I actually probably could have milled you up. I'm realizing now, if I hadn't suspended the mat and I had more than enough memory that I gained. But I couldn't have seen the turn playing out like this one anyways, realistically. I don't think. I think I played it as well as I could have with the information I had. I milled 9 cards from your deck with Creepy. Yeah, one more there.
Creepy can be crazy.
And then, yeah, I'm realizing now too, because I couldn't find last swing, so I just swung over the mini. The game's over. I lost because I have nothing left in deck. There's nothing I can do. No other swings. If I hadn't suspended the mat, I could have swung at security, done the last chip, and then gone ahead and swung with a hybrid over the mat. But I would have needed to have seen the plays to get there. So
yeah.
It's tough, but it is what it is. It's nice to know that I maybe would have had not to get to a game 3, but regardless, it was just funny just trying to mill you out because that was my best win kind of that I could see at that point. I didn't see the swings all going through, especially with what I had in hand.
Yeah. But yeah, no, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As we said earlier, I mean, both decks are up there, and hopefully, you got something out of it, and if there's any other decks you folks want to see or anything that you want us to put on the cam or record, let us know. We'll do our best. TJ and I have most decks put together. Some of them may not be up to date, but we'll do our best to get some variety up for you guys. So let us know what you're looking for and we'll try to make it happen. But anywho's, thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate all the support and hopefully we catch you on the next video. Bye.